Do you ever stop and think about how weird your everyday life actually is? Like the tiny things we all do without even questioning them. Not because they make sense, but because everyone else does them too. Let's talk about that. Saying, "How are you?" without wanting an answer. We've all done it. You walk past someone, maybe a coworker, maybe someone you vaguely remember from high school, and you hit them with the classic, "How are you?" But you don't actually want to know. Not really. You want them to say good, preferably with a smile, and then the social dance is over. It's not a question. It's a spell. It unlocks the next part of the conversation, or better yet, it ends the need for one entirely. And the other person knows that too. That's why they say, "Good," even if their house is on fire and their cat just ran away with their sense of self-worth. We've just collectively agreed that it is a scripted ritual, not an actual request for information. It's like handing someone a warm cup of pretend empathy and moving on before it cools off. And if, God forbid, someone answers honestly. I've actually been struggling a bit lately. Now you've summoned a side quest you weren't ready for. So instead of changing how we interact, we keep pretending this works. And it does until it doesn't. And then we just fake a phone call to escape. Classic. Using the same password for everything. We all know this is a bad idea. And hackers definitely know it. But when faced with the option of creating a new password with one uppercase letter, one lowercase, a number, a special character, and the name of your childhood dentist spelled backward, you just go, "Meh, let's try the same one I've used since 2011. And when it doesn't work because you already used it last time, you add a 1. Maybe an exclamation mark if you're feeling spicy. Boom. Cybersecurity. And yeah, you could use a password manager. You could be responsible. But then you have to remember that password. And now the manager needs a manager. Honestly, the system is so broken we all just pick the option that feels like survival. We know it's not safe, but remembering 20 unique logins for websites you only use once a year feels like punishment for being alive in the digital age. So we roll the dice. And if someone hacks into our old MyFitnessPal account from 2015, fine. Let them see my tragic carb logs. I'm tired. Pressing the elevator button multiple times. The button has already been pressed. There's even a little light to tell you. But that doesn't stop us from pressing it again and again. And sometimes harder, like we're trying to intimidate the elevator into being faster. This isn't logic. This is stress relief. There's a strange comfort in feeling like you're doing something, even if you're not. Kind of like hitting a crosswalk button 14 times, even though it's on a timer. It doesn't make it change faster. It just makes you feel like you're in control. We're deeply uncomfortable with waiting, especially when we're not the one doing the moving. So we press buttons. We press them harder. We press all of them, sometimes by accident, and then act like it wasn't us. It's not about making the elevator arrive. It's about making the anxiety leave. And yes, we all know the button only needs to be pressed once. But that knowledge means nothing when you're late for a meeting on the 12th floor and there's elevator music slowly dismantling your will to live. Pretending to read terms and conditions. Ah yes, the scroll-click ritual. You're about to sign up for a new app or a free trial that you definitely won't remember to cancel. And then it appears, the wall of text. No one reads the terms and conditions. You've heard people say that like it's a joke. But it's not a joke. It's a prophecy. You scroll to the bottom like you're speedrunning a novel. You hit accept with the confidence of someone who definitely didn't just agree to let the app sell your heartbeat to a yogurt brand in Belarus. And what's wild is, you know this. You know these agreements are full of weird stuff? But what are you gonna do? Read it? Come on. You've got YouTube to watch and lunch to reheat. The real agreement isn't with the company. It's with society. We all silently agreed to ignore the fine print and hope nothing backfires. It's a trust fall with capitalism. Fingers crossed. Saying bless you when someone sneezes. It's almost instinctual. Someone sneezes, and before you even look up, your mouth is already halfway through a bless you. And here's the weird part. You don't really mean it. You're not invoking divine protection. You're just saying a noise because the other person's nose made a louder noise. The origins of bless you are weird. Some say it came from the Black Plague. Others say it was about sneezing your soul out. Either way, it's old. But instead of moving on, we kept it, like it's a social obligation. Like if you don't say bless you, you're a cold-blooded psychopath who hates nasal health. And what's the right number of bless yous? 1? 2 if they sneeze twice? What if it's a full-blown allergy attack? Do you just stand there blessing them like a sneeze pope? We don't know. We just keep doing it because not doing it would be weird. And in society, weird is worse than pointless. Replying LOL without laughing. You ever get a message that says LOL and you just stare at your screen, completely expressionless? No smile, no laughter, not even a nasal exhale. That's because LOL doesn't mean laughing out loud anymore. It means, I see your message and I want to acknowledge it without sounding cold. It's the emotional equivalent of a head nod in text form. It's gotten to the point where we'll type it even during serious conversations. I just got fired. LOL. I forgot my grandma's birthday again. LOL. Why? Because tone is hard. And LOL softens the existential dread. We keep doing it because not using it feels robotic, but using it feels dishonest. So we live in this awkward purgatory of fake laughter, all to maintain the illusion of casualness. The robots haven't taken over. We just started texting like them. Sitting in the same spot every time. There's no name on the seat, no reservation, no law that says you must sit here every day or else. And yet, we do. At work, in class, in the library, even on the bus, we silently choose our spot the first time and then mentally put up a do not disturb sign forever. And if someone takes it, it feels like trespassing. You walk in, see them sitting there, and suddenly your whole routine collapses like a poorly balanced Jenga tower. It's not just a seat, it's your identity in space. It's where your bag goes, where your thoughts make sense. It's your home base in a chaotic world. There's comfort in repetition and discomfort in minor change. That's why we sit in the same place. Not because we have to, but because change is scary and humans are soft creatures who love patterns. So yeah, technically the chairs are for everyone, but also not really. Lying about reading the book before the movie. The classic intellectual flex. But yeah, I read the book first. The movie left out so much important stuff. Maybe you skimmed a few pages. Or maybe, and this is the most honest answer, you heard someone else talk about the book and decided to absorb their personality like a podcast sponge. Because saying you read the book makes you sound deeper, more thoughtful, more cultured. And hey, sometimes we mean to read the book first. We buy it. We even open it. But then life happens, or TikTok, or naps, and suddenly it's 3 months later and the movie's already streaming. But the lie stays, because admitting we only saw the movie makes us feel like lazy screen zombies. Even though, let's be honest, that's all of us now. It's fine. Books are great, but so is popcorn and not reading. Apologizing when someone bumps into you. This one's personal. You're walking along, minding your own business, when bam, someone slams into your shoulder like they're late for a villain origin story. And what do you say? Oh, sorry. But why? You didn't do anything. They invaded your personal space like a human wrecking ball, but your reflex is still to apologize like you just ruined the whole social contract. It's especially common if you're shy, or anxious, or raised to always be polite, even when someone knocks your coffee out of your hand and keeps walking like you're invisible. Sorry has become a social default, not a reflection of guilt, just a way to avoid friction. We say it when we mean, please don't make this awkward, or I acknowledge the collision. Now let's pretend it didn't happen. It's the emotional equivalent of hitting undo in real life. Except you still spilled the coffee, and now you're out $5 in self-respect. Setting 7 alarms and still snoozing all of them. We've all been here. The night before, you set up your phone like a military general planning a dawn invasion. 6:45, 6:50, 6:55, 7 o'clock, backup at 7:05, emergency backup at 7:10, and the guild alarm at 7:15. You go to bed feeling responsible, prepared, ready to take on the world. Then morning comes and you snooze every single one. Why? Because morning logic is different from night logic. Night you wants to get up early and make smoothies and answer emails. Morning you is a cave goblin who will negotiate with time itself for just 5 more minutes. Alarms aren't wake-up tools. They're emotional bargaining chips. You don't trust your future self, so you flood your phone with traps, knowing full well you'll disable them like a sleepy bomb technician. And you do, every time. Eventually, one alarm breaks through, not because you're rested, but because you're afraid of losing your job. We don't fix this system. We just keep adding more alarms, like eventually, the sheer volume of beeping will overcome our hatred of mornings. So yeah, we're all just out here replying LOL without laughing, apologizing for getting bumped, and snoozing alarms we set ourselves. And we don't even question it. We just do it because humans. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.